Nicola Sturgeon will be given both barrels by Sir Keir Starmer as he attacks the SNP's record of shame and plans for a divisive second independence referendum. During a crucial speech on Thursday, the Labour leader will deliver a keynote speech on Thursday morning as his party officially begins campaigning ahead of the Scottish Parliament, mayoral and local elections on May 6. Sir Keir will use his virtual address to say the SNP is too busy fighting among themselves to fight for the Scottish people. His stinging attack comes as the SNP is embroiled in crisis over a Holyrood inquiry involving former First Minister Alex Salmond. Last week, Ms. Sturgeon was questioned for more than 7 hours by MSPs over her government's botched handling of harassment complaints against Mr. Salmond. A row has erupted within the party after the former First Minister accused leading figures in the SNP of being involved in a conspiracy against him, something strongly denied by Ms. Sturgeon. The ordeal has threatened to derail plans for a second vote on independence, with support falling for breaking up the UK. The SNP has vowed to hold a second vote, 7 years after Scots voted to stay in the Union, if the party wins a majority in the Scottish Parliament election. Sir Keir will stress a divisive second vote on independence is the last thing the UK needs. The Labour leader will say, after everything we've been through in the last year, the last thing we need now is more division. Yet, in Scotland, the SNP have shown they're too busy fighting among themselves to fight for the Scottish people. Their 13 years in power has seen child poverty rise and educational standards fall. Scotland now has the lowest life expectancy in Western Europe and the highest number of drug deaths. He will add, it's a record of shame, and yet the SNP's only priority is another divisive referendum. Sir Keir is expected to say Scottish Labour's new leader Anas Sarwar will focus on what unites Scotland. SNP Deputy Leader Keith Brown has accused Labour of trying to block democracy. He said, a vote for Labour is a vote to let Boris Johnson decide Scotland's future. They've made it clear that anyone who supports the right of the Scottish people to choose our own future is not welcome in the party. By threatening to block Scotland's democratic right to hold an independence referendum, Labour are demonstrating the same old arrogant and ignorant approach that has alienated their traditional supporters and led to voters abandoning them in droves. In Scotland, almost 1 in 4 children, or 230,000, are officially recognised as living in poverty, according to the latest Scottish Government figures.